Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Tom Stewart here. I'm with Liz Trotter. Our guest today is Gosia Baran. This is Smart Business Moves.
Hey y'all.
Hey
And
everyone.
we are getting close for Christmas.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I got my Christmas garb on here. And,
I got my little reindeer earrings. And
And I
we
have
didn't
nothing.
we didn't warn Gosha. Yeah.
I have my
sorry.
poinsettia here.
We could pretend like your coloring is off. Oh, there you go. You got your poinsettia.
My poinsettia. How is
Yeah.
this going?
There you go. Oh, it's actually a pretty one too. Nice white one.
Yeah.
Hey.
And, I guess next Wednesday,
Neat.
we're really going to have to break out the big guns for the Christmas stuff because we're right on top of it then. Hey, Denit's joining us. Hello, Denit. How are you?
Yeah, so Denise, something you don't know, Gosha. Denise sent us all the holiday hats. She sent
Oh,
us every kind of holiday hat you can imagine. Oh yeah, this
this is cool.
But we're gonna wear our cool ones next week.
Okay.
That's it.
Since Denit's here, I'll go for it.
So funny.
Mom, I love that hat on you.
I know, right? It's so
Yeah.
good.
And you were complimenting me on my hair. So much for that, right?
Yeah, so much for that. Oh yeah, when you take that off, your hair is not going to be as cool.
It ain't
You
gonna
will
look
wear it
right.
correct.
Not gonna look right.
Yeah. Executive Maids, is that Dawn? Hey, Denise. That looks amazing on you, Tom. We have an executive
Thank
maids.
you.
I know a couple different executive maids. I'm wondering if it's Dawn or if it's someone else. Anyway, I'm excited to talk about creating a strong, was it strong or good? I think it was strong, a strong company culture, right? Strong company culture today. And I'm really excited to have you here, Gosha. It is Dawn. Hey, Dawn. And I'm excited to have you here because I've actually been to your business. I've worked with your people. I've seen that you have really created a strong culture in your business. So, hey, Starlene. So, I'm excited for you to share some of the things that you've done. I think that a lot of times people think creating a strong culture or a good, strong culture that they like, not just strong, like Tom would say, because strong could be really terrible too, right?
Yeah.
A really strong culture where everybody gossips and backbites and all of that kind of stuff. But your company is strong and good and really serves the company, serves the customer, serves the employees, serves you. It's really what you wanted to create and you've done it. So, and I think a lot of people think, just tell me the thing that I have to do, right? I'll just go do it. What do I have to buy to get this culture? Like, how many signs do I need in my office, right? They think it's that kind of stuff.
I have my credit card out. Just point me in the right
Yeah.
direction.
Like, I'll just buy this good culture that everybody's talking about, right? So I'm excited to have you share like some of the things that you've done, and you have a huge list. I think you have a bigger list than you even know of.
I probably I don't know. I feel like it's part of me, or I am. So everybody on our team is an immigrant. Everybody here, just like me, right? I'm an immigrant. I came here 23 years ago or something. And I came with nothing. Literally, I just had a backpack full of books, as my husband makes fun of me because I always travel with books. And so I understand the struggles that I went through and how hard, the struggles, how hard it was. And everybody that comes here to our company, we are the helping hands. That's what we are. We are trying to help them. We are trying to help them grow. We're trying to help them achieve that goal, or experience the opportunities that this country offers. So perhaps I feel how they feel, and maybe that's the energy that I have. I don't know.
And here's a little piece of information that our audience might not know. Liz and I, along with a number of other cleaning business operators, had the privilege of visiting your office for an ARC-C I guess, was it a regional event? It was an ARCSI event you hosted.
Right.
And
Her brand new office.
brand
Right.
new office. How
Brand
long have you been in that office, Gosia?
So when you guys were here in October 9th, I was here for just a week in the office.
Okay. So you
We had
guys were
a week to put that
scrambling.
office together.
Yeah.
We moved on September 30th.
Yeah, it was amazing.
The office is beautiful, and you had a number of your staff there, your leadership team, or at least a part of it, a good part of it was there. And it was obvious. One of the things that was picked up on me, how much you care, and that translates into how much they care, and you could see it in terms of what you've done with your new office. I mean, it's a lot. You could have gotten by with a lot less and had a very functional office, but you made an investment of energy and capital as well to make that like a show place. And that that has to be part of the culture, right?
Right.
But I've gotta interject here, because her strong culture came before she ever had a great office. Like, she didn't have to buy that office to create a strong culture. That culture was, her culture is strong and amazing. And
it's a reflection of it more so than a reason for it.
yeah, I like that, Tom. Yes, that's absolutely, that's more the truth. That office reflects who the people are, and your people. So this is a big thing for me that I talk about when I'm talking about your company and the culture that you built. The name of the company is Helping Hands. And when I see anybody in your company, you know what they're always doing? They're helping someone. So you have taken this idea of who you are and brought it to life through your people. Did you have an experience, Tom, where while you were at the event, did anybody try to help you with anything?
Oh, your people were all over it,
All over the
and
place.
you fed us some amazing food. I guess that was local cuisine. They were, and you know what? Just a little. I'll go ahead and mention this. There were people there that were interested in Made Central, and your people were extremely helpful and kind of explaining, how they've benefited from using Made Central and operating your business.
Because
Yeah.
when we love something, we want to share, come on.
Because you want to be able to help.
We
Yeah.
want to be able to help. We want to help
you're doing.
others, right? That's the whole thing. It's about helping others. And I will tell you, like, talking about the helping
Mhm.
yesterday, and how my team is stepping up and how they are all about helping, right?
Yeah.
So we just hired a person from Ukraine. She escaped the war. She came on that special visa, and she begged us for work yesterday. We are overstaffed. So we are hiring, but we are, now we are being very selective about the people that we hire. So we don't necessarily need her. But she came and she said, I really need work. I've been here for 2 months and I cannot find work. And then I started talking to her, and she doesn't have Social Security yet. That's why nobody wants to hire her.
Okay.
Because she's on this special I-94 with that status of that refugee, but she's like days from getting Social Security. So we can wait. It's not, literally, she showed me the document, right?
Yeah.
And I called my attorney, my immigration attorney that I used for myself 20 years ago. And he is like, nope, she's good. You can hire her. But nobody made that effort to call an attorney or find out, right?
Right.
And this woman literally is here with 2 kids, 16 and 18-year-old daughters. She's by herself. She came with nothing. She sleeps on a blow-up mattress and has a table and 2 chairs. We are all came together, and we got dishes for her. We got a bed for her, and I'm actually delivering stuff tonight to her home.
That is.
And you know what? If somebody else was saying this, Gosia, I'd be like, wow, that is amazing. But the reason why I'm not saying it's amazing with your company is because it is what you always do. I've heard so many stories like that. That's part of who you guys are. It would be more bizarre if you weren't doing that. If you said that she's been working here and you still haven't helped her out with something, that would be like amazing.
But my point is, my team is like, they're like, no, we are hiring her. We are going to hire her. We will find a job for her. We can get her on board. So the most important, she has a car. So it's like, she, we'll find a job for her. So, but yes, it's all about, it's all about helping others and how people feel here. You want to make people feel important. We always ask why we work here, because I'm important. You know my name. You care. You give me a pat on the back. We have 2 people that create the culture, or 3. We have the supervisors that will reprimand people, right? If they have a complaint, the supervisor meets with them.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to me, I always tell them, like, I will never say anything that what they are doing wrong. I will not talk to them. I will not tell them unless like I really have to. Like, we had a person that was written up 3 times and she is crying and she wants to work with us.
Yeah.
I sat down with her and I said, listen, okay, you were written up 3 times,
Yeah.
So then I will have a conversation with her, with the person, but I will never have a bad conversation with people. So the supervisors handle the negative thing because that's their job. Yeah. So I am always there. How can I help you? What can I do? Like, how is your day? How are your kids? I always ask about the family. How is, so I am doing that culture, that nurturing.
Yeah, the nurturing. But I don't want to just gloss over what you said about the supervisors. They're having those hard conversations. And the reason I don't want to gloss over it is I think that people have a misunderstanding that if you have a really good, strong culture like you do, that everything is sunshine and roses all the time, that nothing ever goes wrong. Right. That nothing ever goes wrong, that everybody's nice and sweet, does exactly what they're told, first time out, you never have any problems. But that's not the truth, right?
No.
And it's just a matter of how are we going to
handle it?
How are you going to handle it? And you want it handled in your way, no matter which supervisor is doing it. It's handled according to the Helping Hands way. Right?
Yep, so, we have our values. We live by our values.
And that's another manifestation of the culture, though, because your leadership team, basically plays by the same rule book as you do, and they're able to execute that playbook. And really, that's an example of you, Gosia, as the CEO of the organization, being the CEO that they need you to be, because you can't scale an organization if you're having those discussions. That's not your job. You've got other people who that's their role, and if you can trust that they'll execute that properly and consistently, then you're scaling your business, which is your job, which all adds to the culture, because it's it kind of gets into being a profitable business, right? If you're not profitable, you really can't have a good culture. You can't provide good jobs, good service, and it all it's a virtuous circle. It feeds on itself.
That's for sure.
Totally agree. So can you tell us a little bit about, so you bring somebody in, Gosia. So I think this is hard for people too. Let's start back in the day before you had your big company, right? And it was just Gosia getting started. Tell us a little bit about that. How did you get started? How did you get, from there to here?
Go back to the beginning. Tell your story, because 20 years ago, that's a story that we really should share.
Yeah.
Oh boy, 20 years ago. So 9/11 happens. I lose my job because of 9/11. We just bought a house, crazy rate, 7.5% on our house. Our mortgage payment was over $2,000 on a $200,000 house. I had no choice. I had to start cleaning. And so Helping Hands was born in November of '01. Moving fast forward, I was cleaning every day myself. And then I got pregnant with my daughter. My son was already born, my daughter. I got pregnant with my daughter, and I had to stop cleaning. I couldn't in May of '02. And that's when I hired my first employee, then my second employee. At that time, I was 25. So yeah, it was hard. Let me tell you, it was hard being young, not having much experience with people. And I was hiring a lot of older people than me. And I will tell you, they were all over me. There were times I was crying and I was like, oh my God, how do I handle them? You know, they were telling me what to do because they were older.
Yeah.
I didn't know much, right? So many years there were struggles of that. You know, I didn't understand what culture was.
Mm-hmm.
It was challenging, but you know, it passed through 10 years, about 10 years. I had that 10 years of a struggle of like trying to understand and find myself of who I am and who I want to be and how I need to be with people. And so people don't walk all over me, you know, and
any advice for, because I mean what you're describing is a journey that we've all taken. You know, how did you make that transition? Did you like have a mentor? Were there classes you took? Did you read a book? I mean, how any tips?
I didn't take any classes. There was 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 12 years ago, I joined ARCSI. That's when I joined my first, I actually met Perry in Chicago, and he had a regional luncheon. That's how I learned about ARCSI. And that's when, you know, I felt like I wasn't alone. Back then, I felt alone. I was like, oh my gosh, how do I do this? What do I do? And I was always, my whole thing was, I was too nice. I was always too nice. And everybody took advantage of me, of my kindness.
Yeah.
And that's what was hurting me the most, that I didn't understand how to be firm and how to have rules. I thought that, I thought that people will be the same like me. You know, they will.
I bet you I was there. It was a regional luncheon. It was in a big kind of older hotel. No?
It was a small restaurant.
Okay, well, this was something different. We had a regional event there way back when Perry was there in a big hotel. I'm sorry, I digress. Go ahead, tell your story.
So, it was just to understand I thought everybody will be treating me the same way. It was funny. Sometimes I would schedule, I would have people, like, I didn't understand why people don't keep the word. Like, I hired somebody, they say, oh yeah, I'm coming. I'm going to be there on Monday. I schedule a client for them, a brand new client, and then they don't show up, right?
Yeah. That's never happened to Tom or me.
No, I'm sure it never.
Yeah, never.
I wouldn't even consider that happening. That's the first time I've ever heard about that.
Yeah, what?
It happened to me, So
yeah, happened to everybody. There's just no way around that. It's happened.
But once I truly, honestly, I'll tell you, once I started going to classes and meeting people and meeting like people like you, Liz, I will never forget your classes back then, and Deb Sardone, and and learning about culture. I will never forget, you were always the huge, you always had these classes about culture. I'm like, what does it mean, culture? What is it, culture? Culture, Polish culture, American culture? What is she talking about?
That's awesome. Isn't that funny? And now here you are, like, building this strong culture that everybody wants to emulate, right? So you can go from basically just
not even knowing what it means.
Yeah. But so you did have a culture back then, but it was more a culture of they run the business, you're cowering.
It was a strong, bad culture. There you go. Oh my God. But
So
now,
what were some of the first things that you started doing? You started recognizing, okay, the first thing, it sounds like you figured out how to set rules and to follow them.
how to set rules. People like rules. Even, people are like kids. People, I mean, employees are like kids.
Yeah.
They like rules. They like to follow them. And when they divert from that straight road, you got to put them back on, and you have to have that conversation. And I went to, I still have this woman, I'm still using her as my coach. She said, always tell them, you have to tell them about something bad. I was always afraid to tell them something bad, that let's say there was a complaint, and but they are going to quit. I cannot tell them about it, right?
Yeah.
They are going to quit if there was a complaint. And then that, it snowballed, and they made that mistake again. Let's say they didn't clean the floor well or something, right? Yeah. So I'll never forget this coach said to me, she said, always say, I understand it's hard to wash the floor. I've been there. But it is my responsibility to really mention to you that you need to, the client complained, and we need to together, how can we fix it together? How can we make sure that you wash the floors properly? How do you wash them? Always ask questions. Always ask questions. Or there was another word that she told me. She says, it would be irresponsible of me not to share with you that there was a concern.
I love that.
So it's like, the way you say it, not always, how you say it, what you say it, but also the way you say it. You want to say this with a sincerity. You want to be sincere about it. Okay. So again, always tell your people, it would be irresponsible of me not to share with you.
Yeah,
because
I love that.
I want to make sure you want to improve yourself. I care about your success. Right. So
and the company's success as well, right?
You always want to be about the people, about that person, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't care about the company sometimes.
Absolutely.
It's all about me. Why me?
And it starts there, right? So we talk a lot about matter, meaning, measure, and autonomy. You know that. And that first one of matter, that person needs to feel like they really matter, that they individually matter, and to somebody. So in the beginning, it started with you. They mattered to you.
Right.
And that they were important to you. And not just because of the money that they could line your gold pockets with, right? But because you saw in them what was, and I see you do this today. I've seen you do it when I was at your place. I saw you doing it. You look for what is outstanding in people, and you hold up a mirror for them to see. Listen, this is just look in this mirror. This is what's amazing about you. And you make sure that they see that as well. I mean, I feel like that's huge. It's the best starting point I know of is to let people see themselves through your eyes, right? What you see that's amazing about them. But I do love your point of you can't be sheltering them. You have to give them the truth and let them see the other side as well. It doesn't work for them to just have this idea that everything's hunky-dory and that what they're doing, because people just naturally kind of slide. We all do that.
And it's a matter of trust. People know better at some deep level. They know better. And when you're able to, in a caring way, give them the truth, it's, you're building more trust and more respect.
Exactly. If you hide from them, they know they cannot trust you.
Yeah.
Right. Then they know that you don't care about them. You don't care about them improving.
Right.
So people would say to me, she's like, why didn't you tell me? If you don't tell me, how can I improve? And then that's from a long time ago. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. I need to tell you. So it's like, how do I tell them? Right.
Yeah.
Again, you don't want them to quit because you need them. We know we need them.
Yeah.
And then we want to make sure that we coach them. So it's important that we coach them with the words and the ways that they can actually succeed at what they do.
Okay, I want to talk about that a little bit. I think people hear this word coach, especially in the beginning, they hear it similarly to the word culture. It's like, what do you mean by coach? What do you mean by culture? What are these words that you're throwing around? So can you define for us a little bit about what you mean by coach?
So what I mean by coach is, it's you always, in my opinion, good coaching is to share with them how good they are. Always explain to them they are important, they matter. They show them that they really how good they are.
Yeah,
Always focus on a positive reinforcement.
I
I
love
feel
that.
positive reinforcement gets you much further versus a negative one. I
Absolutely.
cannot believe you did this. Come on,
Yeah.
seriously. Why would you not
What were
wash
you thinking? Who told
it,
you to do this? Why'd you do this? Yeah.
right? How will that make people react? People put a shield right away, right?
Yeah.
People, they get like they do this, right? If I see somebody doing this, then I'm like, okay, they are not with me anymore, so we
Yeah.
cannot do this. So it's really important that, first we always tell them how good they are, how much we appreciate, how the clients appreciate their work, and if let's say we had a complaint that clients saying they didn't wash my kitchen floor, they didn't wash the refrigerator, this and this and this. Ask them what happened. Again, coaching is about asking questions.
Hmm.
You want to know what is going on,
Yeah.
and then together we come to the conclusion of how we can improve this.
Yeah. So when I think of coaching, I think of bringing out the best in people, like taking people's natural skills and growing those so that they're even better. And not so much focusing on shrinking their weaknesses, but growing their strengths so that those weaknesses kind of just um, shrink just
Right.
because they're not as front and center. What do you think of that? Do you agree? It seems like you do.
Yeah, so it's like almost like you can relate to watering a plant, right? You
Mhm.
want to water the plant with a fertilizer to help them grow. It's right here the same way. We have these awesome, caught being awesome. Again, learned that probably from one of Debbie's classes, maybe your classes. She has postcards, right?
Yeah.
We write how awesome they are.
Yeah.
Again, positive reinforcement. We are watering them with those good words, all the good things that they do, and then they want to do even more.
Yeah. I love that. I like the think of it as a plant and watering them with the fertilizer, and that's the good words. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, easy to remember too. I think it's easy for people to remember how much people are fed by
Good words.
words. Yeah.
Good
we
words.
we talked a lot when I was at your place about the different languages of appreciation, and that one of the top one actually that more people feel appreciated by uh, words of affirmation, right? Words that say what is great about them than anything else. So like, oh, I love that, and that's the easiest one. It feels like the easiest one. Doesn't cost any
Right.
money. It's not hard to figure out. You just watch what the person's doing, say they did it well, and bingo, bango, you're done over there.
Right.
Did you love that bingo, bango?
So, you know, the whole casting people being awesome, we kind of talk about that, within our organization. And when we're hiring people, we want to know, what are you awesome at? And we all can't be awesome at everything, but everybody can be awesome at something. And do you find if you can identify that and recognize that, they're doing a whole lot better in areas that they aren't necessarily, think they're awesome at? Maybe they're awesome. A lot of times people are awesome at more things than what they're aware of once you start looking for awesome.
Are you asking
I
me?
agree. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
see that? I mean, I it sounds good. I like the thought. Let's hope it works that way, huh?
So I have seen that, and I'll give you an example. So I'm thinking of this one employee that I had. Her name was Sandra, A lot of people have heard me talk about Sandra because she's my favorite all-time employee that I ever had working for me. But when she first came to work for me, she wasn't amazing. She wasn't great at everything. But you know what? She was really, really good at
Right.
getting through the houses fast. She was really good at being productive, like the most productive person I had ever seen, and with good quality. Now, did she clean every single thing every single time? No, she did not. Did she have problems? Yeah, she did. But you know what? What we focused on is Sandra, your productivity is amazing. Nobody can get through a house as quickly as you do. How do you do that? Tell us about that. And the more she just I don't know the word. I want to say grinded, but grinded into being more, because she did. She became more and more productive. But guess what also happened? Her quality
Well,
improved.
okay.
Her quality improved. And guess what else happened? She wanted to be more involved in the company. She started taking on more and more opportunities. And I mean, I call them opportunities, but I mean, let's be truthful here, right? Problems. She took on more and more problems and helped solve them. She took on other roles in the company. She worked for us for 8.5 years. And in the beginning, she was fast, but that was probably the best thing we had going about her. But remember, I just said she was my best employee that I ever had, cleaning professional that we ever had. And I really think it is because of what you said, Tom.
You
Pointing
were
out,
able to identify something that she was awesome at.
yep,
She picked up on that. She built upon that and
yep,
created more
saw more
motivation,
opportunities.
enthusiasm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I wanted to touch base on that. So we have at every meeting, monthly meeting with employees, we ask 5 people to stand up and share with us what they are grateful for and what they are thankful for, right?
yeah.
So this past Friday, past Monday, one of our employees stood up and said, she's been with us for over 5 years now. And she said, when I started cleaning, I didn't like cleaning. I actually hated cleaning. I had to do it because I had no choice. And she said she came, and actually I hired her back then. And she's like, Gosia, what you have explained to me, that I'm not cleaning. I'm not just cleaning. I am helping people and
Mhm.
making her realize that she's not just cleaning, but
Yeah.
she's changing lives. And this is literally what she said on Monday. I couldn't believe it. That's what like touched her, and that's what changed her, made her think differently. That she's not just cleaning toilets or cleaning the floors, whatever. She is actually changing people's lives, and she's helping there. She has same clients. She goes to all these same clients, and she has a lot of favorite seniors because she's very chatty. So we put her with the people that love that same energy.
Yeah.
And she says, these people are waiting for me with coffee. I know I'm the only person they get to talk to.
Yeah.
So she shared this with everybody, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, that's so true."
That's the meaning that I'm always talking about,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It only matter the meaning, right? What
Right.
is the meaning of the job? You
Yeah.
need to tell your people that this is your job, means so much here.
Yeah.
And we always have to explain to them and constantly repeat that so they don't forget.
So
Absolutely.
you shared, the asking 5 people to get up and share something they're thankful for. So that's a procedure or a process thing that you have in place to help build your culture. Could you speak to maybe more of those things? What type of meetings do you have? I mean, you've got this marvelous office. Does everybody come to the office every day?
Sure.
What are the mechanics of how you do what you do?
So our office, we don't come every day. People come once a week just to refill products and grab towels, new towels. We give them enough towels so it's enough for them for the week. Um, We do have once a month company-wide meetings. So that's why we have this big room in the back, because we have everybody come here for breakfast. And my supervisors are responsible for cooking breakfast for everyone. And we always make a hot breakfast. Now we have a stove even, so we are able to cook eggs for them.
I'm sorry, how often do you do that?
Once a month.
Once a month, okay.
Always on the second Monday of each month.
Okay.
And on that, the reason we are doing that on the second Monday of each month, because we are we have the time to determine the employee of the month. And let me tell you, they are so excited to find out who is the employee of the month. And I have to remember if I'm correct on this, because I don't do this, right? I have my staff do it. Who gets to be an employee of the month? The person that cleans the most houses. They have to have 0 complaints in the whole month, and perfect efficiency. I think they have like an 80 or 85% or 90% efficiency or something. There is a threshold for efficiency. Yeah. So those are they qualify for being an employee of the month. And we give them an experience. They either get a gift card to a very fancy restaurant in Chicago, and we do a whole PowerPoint. We show them the restaurant and all that, or a spa at a very nice fancy fancy spa. We want them to experience something amazing, because we translate this. Imagine, how does it feel? How does it make you feel when you go to this amazing restaurant?
So, like, you have like a PowerPoint presentation of this is what you. It's like being on The Price is Right. Johnny, tell them what they won, and you kind of go through the spiel.
We do this, it's gonna be the employee of the month, right? So everybody claps, we are like, so, and then the reason we give them the experience of this amazing restaurant, because we translate this to. This is how we want to be for our clients. We want our clients to experience this amazing home cleaning. When they come to the home and it's beautifully clean, we want them to feel, wow, this is amazing. So that's why we are really spending about over $400 on a gift card for this dinner, right? So they can take the family to this really nice steakhouse in Chicago.
But you present it in a way where it's awesome. It'd be very easy to say, here's a $300 gift card.
We sell it to them. We show it on the PowerPoint. And then they have to give us, in return, they have to send us pictures. Oh. And then we post also the pictures from last month, the employee from last month, right?
Nice. I love that.
So they see, so everybody sees that they took the family to this restaurant and they had this amazing time, and they were dressed up. So
So those pictures are part of the PowerPoint as well.
They are part of the PowerPoint.
Nice. I love that.
Yep.
You probably get a little bit of mileage out of it with them in social media too, I guess.
And we post on the social media. Yeah. Yep.
But you don't post it a lot. That's not the focus of what you're doing, is to get juice out of social media. Because if it was, I would see a lot more of those posts than I see. I
don't personally post.
No, the company.
The company.
Yeah. So to me, it's obvious that you're not doing it for the marketing value. You're obviously doing it for the culture value.
You're sincere. Your objective is to recognize your people.
Right.
And also to give that experience so that they have a chance to see what we're doing. So you're also bringing the meaning in by doing this. Like, this is what we're doing for our customers. Look at how this makes you feel. And you're making them feel even bigger and better through the PowerPoint and all of the different.
So we really emphasize that. How does it make you feel? How did it make you feel? Tell us, how was it? Right?
Yeah. Share.
Right.
Yeah. Share. So you get more juice out of that.
Right.
But you're trying to get your juice internally versus externally. There's always a win with
Right.
your social media,
But
etc.
let me ask you, did you see our Google reviews?
Not today. Should I have?
No, I'm just saying overall. When you are saying, I'm doing this internally,
Yeah.
but it shows externally.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We are approaching 500 Google reviews.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I'm not even shocked, Gosia. I'm not even shocked. I'm not.
But that's another piece that we want to deliver an amazing experience to our clients.
Yeah.
Right, through showing our people how it feels to experience this amazing feeling.
Well, again, how can that not be true? Because I see you every single time putting all that focus on helping.
Right.
When they're helping, you're helping them. They're helping their clients, right? It's just like a whole big circle of helpingness.
Right.
Of what, Liz?
Helpingness, Tom. It's a new
Helpingness.
Helpingness. That's a new word.
yeah. I remember when we were going through the 5 languages, and the acts of service is one of the languages, and we switched it in your company when we were talking about it, because acts of service doesn't sound nearly as good as what you guys do, right? You guys focus so strongly on helping all of the people. Obviously, you're doing it, acts of service, that's what you're doing, but you do it in such a helping, kind, thoughtful way. It just seems so much better than just acts of service.
You've spent some time in Gosha's office, and you guys have worked together on culture, haven't you?
Yeah. So I guess that's another thing, is that you invest in your people all the time. And I know you have Renee come out. She's your coach, and she comes out. How often does she come out, Gosia?
She was on calls. She does calls with my team once a week.
With
different people, right?
Yeah.
But then Carmina just joined your manager's circle. My general manager is joining your manager's circle.
Yeah.
Yes, we are investing in people. It's so important. My human resource person, my recruiter, I am signing her up to be I'm going to say this wrong, the SHRM certified.
Oh, sure.
SHRM.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So it's not a cheap program, but I want her to be certified to see that, I am serious about her.
Yeah.
And she said to me, she said, "Oh, I'm going to pay for this." I'm like, "No, are you planning on staying here longer than 6 months?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Of course I'm planning on staying here forever." So
yeah, that's just another way. Your investments show people, not just tell them that they matter, but you actually show them. And I also have to bring up the measure, because there's got to be a measure. And if you're investing in these big ways, people can see that this is not like a little tiny investment. Not to say there's anything wrong with a tiny investment, because there isn't. And when you're a small company, many times your investments don't have a dollar attached to them. But when you get larger and you have opportunity, that number can show to people like, wow, I really am important. I really do matter in this company. Look at how Gosia is investing in me, in us, in everyone. And that's the other thing. You don't only, that I wanted to bring up. I'm so glad that I remembered it. You don't only invest in your leadership team. You also invest in all of the people around. You guys are always doing things for the people, trying to build them up. And it's not always a money thing. You're investing in them, in opportunities, and your word, and buying people beds. Right?
What?
And buying people beds.
Beds, that's right.
Groceries, right? I've heard so many stories of things where,
it's important to have a career ladder so they see their future. And this is something that when we interview people, we show them a career ladder those are your stages of growth. This is how you can grow here. And pretty much everybody in my company is promoted from within. So again, everybody in the company here sees that they have opportunity.
Yeah.
And as we grow, as we get bigger, they have opportunities.
Yeah.
So, it's you have to explain to them from every direction, have the career letter, have, kind words, be nice, believe in your people, just believe in your people, because I hear people say, oh my God, they are idiots. I cannot believe they are doing this. Oh my God. You hire these people. Why do you say they're idiots? Why would you hire an idiot in the first place?
Who's the idiot then? Just checking.
So believe in your people. Give them a credit. Yes, of course, they may not be the smartest, because if they were smarter than you, they wouldn't be doing this job, right? You would be cleaning yourself.
I'm not sure that it really even has to do with being smart a lot of times. So much of the time it's confidence. And right, like in your situation, especially, look, like with this new woman, she's in a very held back position. She just needs somebody to trust and give her a little leg up and be there, and a little bit of support. I feel like it's not always about are you smart, not smart.
But I hear from business owners criticizing their staff so much.
I do too.
We are here to build our people up.
And not to say that our people don't have problems, right? They absolutely have problems, right? But we're not. Our job isn't to focus in on those problems. Tom, what is the thing that you always say? What you focus on, what do you say? What you focus on grows. What you focus on what, I can't even think of what it is now. You say it all the time in foundations.
I don't know.
Focus on what matters.
It must be awesome, but
yeah. Maybe I'm mixing up the focus thing with what what gets measured gets done. I might be getting that one mixed up.
Yeah, well, that we do say.
Yeah, I say that a lot too. I totally lost my point. Sorry there. But I'll go back and listen later.
This is a good transition though, because Liz, you got a different background going on there. What you up to today?
Oh, I'm actually at Nina's place in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh,
and
awesome for Nina.
I know, so fun. Yeah, I'm spending a week here. She is wanting to grow faster and do some different things. She's just feeling kind of stuck. And so she hired me to come out here for a week and kind of make some bigger changes. So we have been hammering out a lot of stuff this week. I'm tired. She's more tired.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I have a saying that I get paid to push, and I'm already a little bit pushy. So I'm, and I know you're thinking, boy, that's an understatement, Liz.
I'm a bit scared just thinking about what's going on in Raleigh this week.
Yeah, I can be a little bit pushy, that's for sure. So we've been pushing hard. She's really, I don't know. I feel like people that really want to make changes do. Right? They're trying hard. They're trying to figure out where am I stuck? Why is this problem? Where is this? And a lot of times they do reach out for help. I mean, I know I do. I have 2 coaches that I'm working with all the time because got so many issues. Those things don't go away. So
we all need coaching, or we all can benefit from coaching for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, through coaching, you only grow. You cannot grow if you don't learn, right? You have to learn every day.
Liz, I introduced you to my coach a couple weeks ago. You guys had a discussion, right?
What? Say it again, Tom.
I introduced you to my coach a couple weeks ago. You talked to Dan, didn't you?
Yeah, I love him too. Dan Wurtenberg. Yeah, he's a great guy. I only talked to him for a very short time, and he dropped couple of pearls on me just a quick conversation about coming to Foundations 2.0, right?
Yeah.
And presenting there, I was like, wow, I can't wait to hear what this
It's
guy
going to be a
has.
treat. I'm going to be there. I'm
Yeah.
signing up.
Yeah, me too. I'll be there too. Yeah, I mean, also, I do think this goes to culture, but it's going to sound a little off when I first say it. I think that a lot of times we can get really insular, right? And just we keep doing things the same old way, same thing over and over again. And bringing somebody in from the outside, or and I'm not advocating for coaching here right now. That's not what I'm doing. So yeah, sorry, he's not coming to Foundations 12. That'll still be the same old crew. Tom, me, and
Yeah.
I think I said Nina,
Well,
but I meant Denise.
but wait a minute. We do have some a new speaker for that, do we not?
Yeah, we have Ola.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we do.
he's gonna be bringing it.
I don't know what the Nina thing is with telling her QA person to get an iPad. I don't know what that is, but she's not on here right now. She's hiding in the background, but I'm curious what that is. Tell us what that is, Sarah.
Oh, that's a Made Central thing. It's a long story, but we're
Anyway, what I was get back real quick to what I was saying is, with your culture in our industry, I think we have a tendency to be really insular. Everybody does everything the same way. Every company is trying to do the same thing all the time, and we hear like somebody does something, and we're like, okay, we're going to do that. I like the perspective, the outside perspective, to say, what the heck are you doing over there? Why are you doing that? Well, I heard that New Sardone does that. Debbie runs a different company. Of course she can do that, right?
You say you're not advocating for coaching. I mean, you're not advocating like to sell your coaching. I mean, you'd be happy to do it, but in a larger sense, I think we're all advocating for the idea. If you don't have a coach, get one. It's a good investment.
Or be one, which is what Gosia does, right?
Absolutely.
And that's true, Gosia. I've seen you do it.
Yep.
Do you want to share the little secret that you grow as much by being a coach as you do by coaching or being coached?
That's a little secret. That is such huge information. I hope everybody knows that. Best way to learn something is to teach it, right? And best way to grow yourself is to grow other people. You grow by that. Tom, what do you got hanging out down there? Is that Gosia's website that I see floating down there?
Yeah, I do. Well, no, actually, it's not. It's the ARCSI website, but Gosia's sharing with me. She's got a little project she's helping ARCSI with. And if you go to their website under Education Events and click on the first link, Coffee and Conversation, it takes you to this page. Wait, what's this about, Gosia?
Guys, again, I wanted to share with you that I wouldn't be here where I am today without ARCSI. And I am such a strong believer in this organization that I truly believe from the bottom of my heart that association helped me to become who I am and the company that we are. Like people like Liz, I would never meet you. Tom, I would never met you if it weren't for ARCSI, right?
Yeah.
So we are bringing out a new thing through ARCSI. RJ and I are doing this on a monthly basis, coffee and conversation. We are all meeting on Zoom. Last time we had over 50 attendees, which was pretty awesome to see people. It was very interactive, and we had great conversation. It was almost like seeing people personally, but not. It was virtually. It was awesome. So we're doing every month on the first Thursday of each month at 10:30 Central Time, right, Tom?
11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central.
Yep, 11:30 Eastern Time. And every month we are going to have a special guest. Liz, you are the first guest. This is a new thing. You are in January 5th.
All right.
We're going to be talking about goal setting, Liz, in case you forgot.
Goal settings,
I'm sure
right?
it's on my calendar there. I'm sure, but there's
Yeah.
no presentation for this, right? We're just chatting with
We are
everybody.
chatting, right? And we want people to really get something tangible out of that our talk. So we want people to really set some goals for the whole year, if possible. So.
And it says register.
Right, click on it. You will register. It's it's for free, obviously, and then you will get a link to a Zoom meeting.
Okay. Might want to tell Erin to check her website. I'm clicking.
Not working.
Yeah.
Okay, I will message Erin.
Yeah, but it looks awesome and sounds exciting. I was talking to Matt, and he said he went to the one that you did. I guess it would have been last week. Was it last week?
2 weeks ago. First
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Said it was great.
It was the very first one. We just rolled it out. So that was a kind of talking about the convention and what we get from the convention and why we go to conventions, stuff like that. So, but this one from now on, every month, we'll have a speaker, and we are trying to help people to get something out of each of those talks that we have.
And if you attend, it looks like you have a chance of winning a all access pass to the this year's convention in Las Vegas.
That's right. So if you attend every one of those, you are entered into a raffle.
Well,
nice.
Sweet.
Starting in January, it looks like, right? You have to hit all of them in January through
7,
July.
I believe 7 of them.
All right, nice.
We are at the top of the hour.
Always goes fast.
The job here is done.
Culture.
I hope everyone learned something. If you guys need something, reach out to me. If anyone wants advice, I'm always here to help. Guess what?
Well, I can attest to the fact that you and your people are all about the helping, just from the beginning to the end. Everything is all about helping.
Of course.
Thank you, Gosia.
Thank you, Liz, for having me. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thanks, Gosia.
We're going to be back next Wednesday, 5 o'clock Eastern, for Smart Business Moves, our special Christmas edition. How about that?
Yeah, we're going to be all Christmassy.
We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.